Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Grow with Ruben podcast, where we like to have meetings with inspiring entrepreneurs, go-getters, just people just all around just doing great things that may inspire you to get a move on, right? I think that when people tell their story, they accidentally drop some tidbits, some advice, without unconsciously trying to give that advice. Man, it's been a long time, and it's like a shocker. You don't even know the transformation. It's insane. Again, thank you, Jose, Vela. How you doing, man?
What's up, dude? It's been years, my man.
It's been a long time.
Dude, it's been years.
Yeah, man. How long has that been?
Man, I don't remember, honestly, dude. It's been so long.
Oh man, I think last time I remember having an actual other than just like, hey man, how are you doing kind of thing. I think, man, I want to say like maybe 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, I would say about that.
Yeah.
And it was partly brief too at the time.
Yeah, it wasn't even, like back in the day.
Yeah, like back in the day. Yeah. Those are some good times and bad times.
Some great times.
Great. Oh shit, dude.
Man, dude. So how's your family?
Dude, everybody's doing good, man.
That's good.
Everybody's doing good. Nothing bad.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Everything's good.
I see everything flourishing. Everybody's doing good.
Yep.
Work is good.
Work is good.
Yeah.
I work remote full time. So.
Nice. What did you get into after graduating and kind of, where did you go to school?
I went to North American University.
Okay.
They moved to Stafford now. They used to be at Greenspoint.
Yeah.
But I got my bachelor's in computer science, and then minored in networking, and then got into the IT field, and been there ever since. Just
nice,
expanding my career.
You said Stafford, right?
Stafford, Texas. Yeah.
I saw a building. It was actually a pretty tall building, and I always I was riding with my wife, and I was like, I think that's where Jose went. And
that's the one.
So yeah, man, still in thought, So yeah, man. So you got into IT. How's that?
It's busy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything happening now in the world, like technology is just taking over now.
Everything.
So, like the job is demand.
Yeah.
But they're trying to keep us as much as we can. So
yeah.
But no complaints. I mean, I love what I do. So. But, obviously this new journey, I love what I do too. So
absolutely, man. It's such a crazy, I'm still in disbelief.
I know.
I can't wait to kind of go back and show some of your, you know what? Let's put that up on the screen if we can pull that up. We go for. Oh, by the way, everybody, if you guys don't already know, Eric Mariscal's in the house on the controls.
All right, Eric. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, you right.
You remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. You remember that shit, dude.
Oh, man. All right, let's take a look at. Let's look at these. You have these comparison photos right here. The second one right there, that one, and that one. Let's open that up and zoom that in if you can. Control zoom.
Control zoom.
Let's see if Eric can figure it out. Control zoom. You have to hold. There it is. Oh my God. So. I see on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side, it's from 2014.
Yeah.
So
the left one is 2014. The right one's right now. Yeah. So
2014, man. So
it's 2014. Yeah.
What was happening in 2014?
I was still in college.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still in college at the time. I was in my junior year college.
Yeah. 2014 junior year in college. What was just, what were you doing that, I mean, is it a genetic thing or what were you, in that right there, that was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Where's your mindset right there?
Oh man, I was completely lost. I was filling voids.
Yeah.
Not thinking about myself. I wasn't focused on myself.
Yeah.
At all. Period. That's been for 30 plus years. Never focused on myself as I should have.
So you're not focusing on yourself. So what does that for some people that kind of like, for example, myself, because I can only speak for myself. I look at myself in the mirror and I judge myself every single day, right? I'm at a point right now where I'm disgusted with myself because of how happy weight I have been putting on. So I look at myself, right, and I'm just like, okay, there's that there where I'm just like, which I kind of fail, and Eric's here because he's the man, but he sees that we're here grinding pretty much every day, and I'm like, I try to stick to a diet, but it's impossible.
Well, for me, I don't call it a diet. Yeah. It's just a lifestyle, because when you think of a diet, it's temporary, but when you think of it as a lifestyle, it's just a change you have to make in life. It's like when you buy a new house, you have to change your lifestyle a little bit. When you buy a new car, you kind of have to, like, now you got payments and stuff like that, so it's kind of like a lifestyle. Yeah. But everybody has their time frame of when it's going to click for them. So, it's hard, man. It's not easy. It's not the easiest thing. It took me 30 plus years to finally get it.
Yeah, man.
Since we known each other since we were kids, and I was always big. I was always a big boy.
You were, man, and it was also compacted weight too. Yeah. So like you have, I know some of your other family members, right? Personally good friends, and it's some of them, it's kind of like a fluffy weight, kind of. Yours were like, yours was solid, right? You played football in high school, right?
I played football in high school, in middle school, high school. Yeah. After college, I did some little semi-pro football, but obviously after high school, I did semi-pro, even during college at the time. But I was always big. But we played sports together all the time. So I was always active.
You were active. Yeah,
I was active all the time.
It was active. So what do you think it was? Do you think it's just like it was just like the way you were eating, or was it just genes? What do you think?
It could be with genes, but mostly it's because I was an emotional eater.
Okay.
My past is like growing up with a single mother, living on government food stamps and housing. Yeah. It's not easy. And we graduated from the same high school, grew up in the same area. So, and for some that don't know, it's just like we grew up, we hung out a lot.
Yeah,
together,
we did.
But we were very active.
All the time, man, recording videos.
Recording stupid videos. Freaking basketball cards and stuff. Yeah. So, I was not focused on myself. I was so focused on other people in my immediate family that I think when I was probably like 16, 17, I was working. I've been working since then, taking care of my mom. Helping her with the bills because she couldn't work. She has back problems, and even though she tried, I have an older sister, but she has her family, so and obviously I was living with her, so I was like, you know what, I don't mind helping her out. But at the same time, her health was deteriorating as well, so I was always focused on her. I never focused on myself.
Right.
And just growing up without a father, and also having the family conflicts, even not just within the family, but like aunts and uncles and grandmas and cousins. Yeah. I was always the mediator. I was always the one in the middle, be like, look, you gotta see it this way. But it got to the point where I would hold it in so much that I would eat it. So I would binge eat just to make me feel good. Yeah. So that's how I was. Since for 30 plus years, that's the way I was. Eating the crappy stuff. We ate crappy stuff too all the time. Man. But we had high metabolism when we were younger. For me, I don't know, but I was always big. But it's just like I say, it could be a gene, but also it's just the way you grow up in life, what your surroundings are.
Absolutely, man. I truly believe that. Who you surround yourself. But it's so crazy that this like awareness has come over you where you're like more aware, and not just that, not only did you lose weight, but it seems like you're a completely different person, right? Like you taken on this different persona that I just don't recognize, right? Which it's really good. It's really good, man. I'm extremely proud of you too. Like that's amazing because you're a light to, a lot of people that are trying to do the same thing. Your family, if they can look up to you, and people that come after you, they'll see like, oh, hey, we don't have to be, we don't have to follow the same path. Like we can, if health is what they want, then absolutely, man. So that's huge, man.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's you make the decision. It's your mindset. Yeah. I can tell you as many things I can tell you, but if you don't do it, then my words are worthless. So yeah. People reach out to me like, man, you're so inspiring, Jose. Like, wow, I can't believe there's people like, Jose, I didn't recognize you. Like, I had to look at it twice, and I was like, dude, someone sent me a friend request from college, and they're like, oh my god, dude, I didn't notice this was you the whole time. And even in person, I started going back out. So I do Latin dancing, and I started going back out, and people just like, Jose, and were you wearing your mask? They don't really recognize you, but one of the most funniest was one of the girls. She's like, I asked her to dance, and I know her name and stuff. So I grabbed her, and we're dancing, and then she stops me. She's like, Jose? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh my god, I recognize it. Like, it was the funniest shit ever. Yeah. But I've been getting those reactions since then. But I'm glad that I get messages and people are like, you're so inspiring. And for me, it's weird. But at the same time, I really love it because I love helping people out. That's my main thing. Like, even to this day, even though back then I was not focused on myself. Yeah. Like, I love to help people out now. So.
Yeah, there's something about just being able to kind of give back in a way, which is always good. Let me check something here real quick. Are we actually recording? Just want to make sure. Okay, yeah. All right. I didn't remember if I clicked record. That would have been horrible. That would have been so bad. So where we at? Yeah. So helping people, man. It's that is a huge gift. Where are you kind of mentally now? Because you kind of, I don't want to say you changed overnight because I haven't seen you in a long time, so I know there's a process. So what do you think triggered that process?
What triggered was that I was always coming up with excuses, but also I was having a lot of issues sleeping. I would choke on my sleep and stuff like that, and everybody was always getting worried. But also, it just happened to be the right timing, because there's people that are like, man, I wish I had that click. Yeah. I was always like that. I was like, I wish I have that click. Like, man, look at that. And I was like, man, I wish I had that. But it's funny now that it happened, or when it happened, I'm like, oh shit. Like, I get it now. Like, it's gonna come naturally. It's not gonna come where like you want it. Like, you're like, I want that click now. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. It's gonna come in your head and be like, you know what? I think it's time. Yeah. And we're growing older, and our mindsets change as well.
Absolutely.
I would say my 30s have been the best years of my life. Period. Yeah. Fuck my 20s. Fuck my teens. Like. Yeah. My whole past, like that was shit. Now I'm like fucking super happy, but
that's good.
But the mental state of it, even though, and it's funny because you see people like they look really good, but you don't know how they really are on the inside. Yeah. And I have a couple friends who are like with some gorgeous girls, handsome man, but inside their head and mentally they're broken. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, like damn, you too. Yeah. Like, I would never think you would be broken like this. Like, you're such a good looking person, Right. But for me, it's just like, it's at the end of the day, I can be healthy as possible, but if I'm not healthy up here, you're not gonna do good.
So, what's your day? What's an average day for Jose?
So I work Monday through Friday, obviously, but I wake up, I drink water in the morning, and then I wait about 30 minutes an hour, and then I have my breakfast. Usually my breakfast will be egg whites with some sweet potatoes or little low carb tortillas or avocado, which I used to hate. And now I eat a lot of avocado. I used to hate avocado, dude.
Podcast is over.
Dude, that's my sister. She'll tell you too. Like, because we grew up, my sister, like, anyways, but because I see now that the benefits of it as well. Yeah. Like back then I was like, oh, it tastes nasty. But when I look at the benefits, I'm like, seasoning. Yeah. That's all it is. Right. Even when people eat vegan, people are like, vegan food's so nasty. I'm like, dude, it's just fucking seasoning.
Okay.
For me, like, I like vegan food. I'll eat it. Okay. Shit.
Yeah, I think it's me. I personally just won't try it. Yeah. I'm sure there's good vegan food out there. I'm just one of those. No, and there's people that don't like it. And, I mean, for me, I have no preference. But
So yeah, in the mornings I have that, and then I wait about 3 to 5 hours between another meal. Mm-hmm. So I drink at least 64 ounces of water a day, and then I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sometimes snack in between. But for dinner or lunch and dinner, I usually have protein, which is like chicken, turkey, or sometimes fish. I don't eat a lot of red meat, just because it takes longer to digest. But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it takes longer to digest. And I have my vegetables. I'm starting to eat more carbs now. So last year, or since I had my surgery, I was just strict on protein and vegetables and protein shakes. So, and now I'm, had to change my diet because I lost all the weight. So now I'm just trying to maintain or build muscle. So, you have to change that as well. So yeah, that's basically my day. Just breakfast, lunch, and dinner is just something healthy. Or now I go out and eat regular food. Sometimes like even fried foods is fine. But I learn how to balance it.
Okay.
It's just learning how to balance it now. So yeah, I'll eat healthy in the morning and lunch, but if I go work out, I can eat something really good at night.
That sounds fair.
Yeah. So you just gotta find the balance now.
Yeah.
But to lose the weight, you have to be kind of strict. But now that you want to maintain, you can loosen up a bit.
You're trying to lose more weight, or are you just?
I'm trying to maintain right now. I'm trying to maintain.
Where are we at today?
Last time I checked, I was 187.
Holy.
187, yeah. I don't remember the last time I weighed that much. I would say early middle school. Not even middle school, probably elementary.
I'm at 230. I was like at 225 last week or something like that. That's the last time I checked.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I weighed this much. I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, no, I don't think I remember either.
No, I don't remember at all.
Man. That's insane, man. So you got the surgery.
Yeah.
What kind of surgery was that?
I had a gastric sleeve surgery. So basically what they do is, you could say the size of my stomach was the size of a football.
Okay.
And they cut it down to the size of a banana.
Okay.
So that huge drastic change helped me limit my intake.
Right.
But also there is a chemical in the stomach where it sends signals to not eat. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like there's a chemical in the stomach that once they remove it, that it goes away. So yeah, like the pictures up here, yeah, that one right there, that's a gastric sleeve. So, yeah. See, that's a normal stomach right there on the left, and then that's the stomach I got on the right. But technically, since I was bigger, my stomach was way bigger than that. So than the left side.
What's the? Oh, there it is.
So it's just an idea, yeah. So that's basically what they did.
Wow. So yours was basically, if that's a before surgery stomach, I mean, then, and yours was like 3-4 times bigger than that one?
Probably, yeah, most likely.
Wow.
And then, so the one on the right side, so I was really restricted. Recovery time didn't take long. I would say 2 weeks. I was released like 2 days later. Huh. But I was fortunate because it was right timing, and the financials was there for me. I was making good money. And it was time. Yeah. I was just like coming up with excuses because I tried everything before I had the surgery.
You did. So
that's what I recommend for everybody. Try as many things as you can to lose weight before you jump on this. Because if you just jump on this,
you can go back to...
Yeah, you can go back to it easily.
We personally know somebody that went back to it.
Yeah, and I mean, everyone's different. Yeah. It's just all in the mindset.
Right.
You just got to change your mindset. And, like I said, I've always been active. Yeah. And so, like I said, my heaviest was 495 when I graduated college. Right, with my cap and gown, I weighed myself 495. Wow. But see, when you're in college, you're surviving off ramen noodles, the dollar store stuff, and at the same time, I was taking care of my mom. At the same time, working 20 hours, like part time, because I couldn't work full time. Right. But I was very involved in college. I was involved in sports as well. I was helping, doing a lot of things. But I was still big at the time. And so once I graduated college, I got into my career. And, obviously I started doing different workouts, different protein. Like I tried the Herbalife stuff. I tried the, what do you call it? Those coffee things or oral something like that. I don't know. It was like some teas or something.
What kind of coffees? No, I know what you're talking about, like the green teas.
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember honestly, but
what are those called?
I forget. They used to you sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Those are called. We're gonna figure that.
It's like in the tip of my tongue. I just don't remember. But yeah, I tried everything, man. And obviously, like, before I had the surgery, I was at 440.
So you lost some weight.
So I lost weight.
Yeah.
So after college, I was able to lose weight because technically I wasn't eating the bad stuff anymore. I was still eating the bad stuff, but not as much. And I was still active at the time. I was playing like sand volleyball, like with adult leagues, beer leagues. I was playing softball. I was still active after regardless. But I would say that it was just the right timing. Financially, it was good for me, and it was just, I weighed out all my options. This is the last option I had, and it worked out.
You don't think that you would have been able to been successful without that surgery?
Now that I think about it, if I was to go back and learn everything that I know now, I would not have the surgery.
You wouldn't have had the surgery?
Because at the end of the day, it's all up here.
Mental, yeah.
It's all up here.
Yeah.
It's just, man, like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes I catch myself like, man, like, I don't regret doing the surgery, but I look back, I'm like, man, if I just made these changes that I'm doing now, like, I wouldn't need the surgery.
Yeah.
But like I said, financially, it didn't hurt me. So, it worked out. God's plan works differently, but
do it.
There's people that have done it naturally, and I applaud them even more because that's harder, dude.
Oh man, I've
and there's people like, oh my God, Jose, you look so good. You should be proud of yourself. I'm like, man, I'm more proud of the people that can do it on their own without the surgery because that's fucking hard, man.
No, I know, man. I'm so lazy right now. I have an excuse. Yeah. And my excuse is just I'll do it tomorrow, but I never do, right? So man, but I totally know that it's just a mental, and I just haven't decided that I want to like.
And it'll come to you, like I said. Yeah. It comes to everyone differently. Yeah. When it comes to you, it'll come to you. Yeah. But you just gotta be patient. Right. It's like when you try to meet someone, or your significant other, you just be patient. Let it come to you.
I chased it.
I'm still waiting.
You're still waiting?
But I'd rather still wait because I'm enjoying life now.
Hey, man, no, that's good. You have like a freedom that, and you also, I wanted to talk about this energy that you have, right? Yeah. So like, how is the difference in energy when it comes to like, back when you were big, like, did you have the energy to be? You were active, but were you like going out to dance? Were you like?
Yeah, I got into dancing, Latin dancing, about 2018.
What's Latin dancing?
So there's like salsa, bachata, merengue, and there's other dance. It's not Latin, but it's called Kizomba, which is South African dance. Okay. Very different, but it's like it's a really nice dance. Yeah. Not for everyone. So I got into that because before that I was doing beer league sports like sand volleyball, softball, kickball, flag football. But then I was like, us being Latin, we love to dance. And I was like, you know what? I've always listened to Latin music like bachata growing up, especially because your mom, Yeah. And so I got into it and I was like, you know what? I want to learn this. So I started learning into it. But it also helped me be more social. Yeah. Because I was, being big, you restrict yourself to talking to people because they judge you. Yeah. So I got into Latin dancing, and then that helped me out as well, being active because I was dancing a lot, meeting people and stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically it. Salsa, bachata, merengue, and stuff like that.
So you felt that the energy was always there?
Their energy's always been there, but I was holding myself back because obviously I was bigger and I would get tired quicker. Yeah. But I wasn't confident either, and I was scared to be myself more than what I am now.
I see. Yeah. So you mean be yourself as in like just like being able to express yourself?
Yeah, express myself and just be happier, enjoying things, not self-pity. Yeah. Be like, oh, they're not going to want to dance with me. They're like, they're so hot. They don't want to dance with me. Now I'm like, come on, let's dance. Right. I'm like, I actually ask them nice. I'm like, would you like this dance? And they're like, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
And that actually helped me a lot. That I'm very grateful for my friends I have now that I met through the Latin scene, that it helped me build my confidence even before I had the surgery, but now it's like skyrocketed. Yeah. Skyrocketed.
You got a different style to you, man. I see that you're dressing fresh.
Oh, man, dude.
You pulled up the Latin dance right here. Yeah. What's it called? Kizomba.
So that's Kizomba. It's a very... It's a very beautiful dance that I've learned. So mostly it came from South Africa. I don't know. I mean, they taught me about the history of it, but it's beautiful culture, you know, and it comes, you know, we grew up in a predominantly very diverse community. Oh, yeah. So, you know, and it's funny, the thing is my college buddies, they're all African as well.
Yeah.
You know, not all of them, but most of them. So yeah.
That's cool, man. So they're mostly African. That I did a DNA test.
I know you would. Tell me, dude.
Okay, so I'm like this is so weird. So the most, I believe I'm like 26% Italian.
What?
18%. I know. That's why I went to go try the pizza. I'm like 18% from Portugal. I'm like 43% from Africa, just different areas 43. In Africa. Yeah, like Bantu people, Nigerian, everywhere. Just everywhere. Senegal. I forgot the other places. Yeah. And then my DNA went from there and from that region. And then I got like 1% Indian, which is weird, right? Not that weird.
I get mistaken for being Arabic as well. Oh
yeah,
my God.
Oh man.
Look, I probably, and someone, it's funny because you should do DNA. It says maybe you're Arabic somehow. And I'm like, yeah. So, yeah. I might be Arabic because, I mean...
You should check, man. It's very interesting.
I heard it's interesting, though.
My wife is... she's Lebanese, right?
I remember. Yeah.
And so she's Middle Eastern. They're Arabic, right? Well, the language that they speak, it's Arabic. But so my DNA was more Middle Eastern than hers.
Oh, okay.
Like hers is all pretty much Italian and like Greek. I was more than her, and she's like she's like 100%, right? So, but where was I going with that? Then from there, my DNA then traveled to like our side to like South America, and from there I have some Colombian Indian tribes, Mexican Indian tribes, and then the last 300 years my DNA has been in Dominican Republic, and then from there went to New York, and here I am. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know how it changes though, because the closer they can narrow down on the DNA or the region, then their places kind of shift, because over time, you know, other places. Yeah. I don't know exactly. I don't do this. Right. I just paid for it, and that's what it came out.
That's what we pay for it. Yeah.
Exactly. So man. Have you? When was the last time you went to Mexico?
Oh man, it's been like, I would say 3 or 4 years, probably 5. I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. Right. I really don't go visit much anymore because, you know, with everything, you know, how things in Mexico are sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this year I can finally go, because I haven't seen, when my grandpa passed away, I was in college and I couldn't go at the time, but also I was still scared to go to Mexico because everything was happening.
Yeah.
And I'm praying that this year I can go see him finally in his grave, because, you know, I haven't seen him for years and years. But yeah, that's the last time I don't remember the last time I went to Mexico. But
wow.
Yeah.
What about Brownsville?
Oh, I was there. So I go down there. I was there about like 2 months ago, probably a month ago. 2 months ago, probably. Yeah, I was down there. I go visit sometimes now.
Is it picking up on the real estate? I know you don't do real estate, but
my sister does.
Your sister does. Yeah. In Brownsville, I heard that the market's like booming.
It's growing, dude. That city's growing fast. I went there, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's growing. I'm like, this is here? I'm like, what the heck?
I saw Elon, he donated $30 million to its downtown, and it's asking for people to come move there.
Yep. Oh, that town's going to grow.
Yeah, man. Sure. I was looking at lots. I'm like, I might buy a lot out there and just sit on it.
Dude, you should. I mean, I was talking to my sister about it. Like, man, we should buy some land over there. Like,
yeah.
Because it's cheap.
It's still cheap.
A freaking bad, sick house that costs $1 million here can cost you over there like $400,000.
You'll be surprised though.
Yeah.
Because it's moving up
Oh no, it's moving fast. Yeah. Like even now in the Houston market, like when I bought my house, like it was the right time. Because you know, it was just perfect timing for me to buy a house.
Oh man. If you mean for timing for yourself, absolutely. Yeah. But you should see how the market is right now. It is stupid. Like, we can look up the value of your house. We won't do it because we want it to be public. But the value in your house. When did you buy it?
I got it. Well, if they finished it in mid-December.
Mid-December.
Yeah.
So you moved in maybe January.
No, I moved in towards the end of December.
Okay. So towards the end of December, by now, I could be wrong. All right, but all places in Houston, they're completely going up. Man, I have a client that bought a house 2 years ago for $180. Right? We checked now. She can sell it for $260.
Damn.
It's in stupid.
I think for me, I think it increased about 10 grand so far. I don't know. I could be wrong, but for me, I think that's where it is.
Yeah. Man, no, it's a stupid statement, but congratulations on getting a house. New build?
New build, yep.
You're still living in Houston?
Yeah, I'm going to stay.
Close by?
I was close to moving to Austin, but
really?
Bought the house. I was like, I guess it's meant to be.
Yeah. So you just bought a house because you're ready to settle down?
It was time. And then also it was just perfect timing, dude. Like I said, it just works. It just works for me.
Yeah.
And luckily my sister has been doing real estate for years. And she was like, get a house. And we've been talking about it for years.
Yeah.
And so finally I bought the house.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's really good. Really proud.
Thank you.
So yeah, man. So you're dancing, you're losing weight, you have this good energy. Are you reading up on some things? How do you keep yourself going? What's the goal now? I mean, you lost weight.
The goal now is enjoy life as much as I can because it's funny. I recently went to Vegas. I've never been to Vegas.
What? First time?
Never, ever. Oh man. I haven't been on an airplane for over 15 years. So that was just it was funny because I went with a group of friends, the dance friends, but we don't hang out just to dance all the time. We hang out just to do normal people stuff.
Yeah.
And
play board games.
Yeah. So it's just and we have game nights at my house too sometimes. But so yeah, I went to Vegas and I haven't gotten on the plane for so long. I was overthinking. I'm like, oh my god! And I told my homegirl, I'm like, are you gonna hold my hand? She's like, yeah. And man, it's funny because back then I would be scared because I was bigger and taking over the seats, you'd be like this. Yeah. But also, I was very confident, man. I was like, why am I worried about it? I leave everything. I got closer to God. Yeah. I've been getting closer to God for the past year or two. Yeah. And that's really helped me a lot. So
when you say that you're getting closer to God, are you reading the Bible more? Are you going to church more? So
yeah, I grew up Catholic. We went to Catholic church growing up, me and my sister. I would say after high school, I didn't abandon it, but I wasn't going as much. Mm-hmm. But during college, I didn't go much because I was focused on my studies and stuff like that. And even until now, but with everything I've gone through transformation wise, I thought about it, I was like, man, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? One of my dance friends, her name is Vanessa, and I met her dancing, and she was always looking for people to go to church with her, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you were Catholic. She's like, yeah, let's go. So I started going to church with her, and then other dance friends started going, so now we go as a group sometimes. Nice. And I remember the first days going to church, I was just bawling. I was bawling because I was like, I can't believe I abandoned you like this. Please forgive me and stuff like that. Everything that I've gone through in my life, everything was coming back to me, and I was like, man, I can't believe I'm still here. Yeah. And so that helped me a lot, and that's been helping me since then. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna thank God regardless. And not everybody believes in God, which is fine. Everybody has their own beliefs, but for me, it's kind of my therapy. Right. It's my free therapy. Yeah. Free 99. Man. Yeah. free 99.
Free 99. No, I totally. I totally. I see that being also, and it's also a good community, right? You have a good support team. You're not, you're not with the always in that mindset of which I'm not. We're not like this, but. When you're with the boys, you're always kind of how do I say this?
Try to impress or something.
Yeah, in a sense. Like, kind of like, all right, I'm gonna get you one-on-one. It's like that. And it's like forever. Yeah. And sometimes to have like a good, strong, community system where they like fully support you, especially when you're like breaking down at a place like church, it's just like having that support. It's freeing. It's very freeing, and I totally understand where that comes from.
Yeah, and it's different. There's people that find the spiritual side differently, and they find it freeing. Hey, more power to you.
Yeah, and then also, you can also. I'm not trying to sound super religious either, because I'm not huge on religion, but being able to set aside your guilt, and kind of like put those away, remove them from your chest. It's a huge relief, man.
Huge relief.
I feel that a similar vibe. I don't know how it is with everybody's family, but like going back home, I know you said you haven't been to Mexico in a long time, but like going to Dominican Republic and like just being in like my dad's house or in like one of my aunt's house or my grandma's, just being able to just like completely just let go and not have to worry about the mundane things that you have to do every single day. Which I think that's where I'm at peace. I'm at peace is when I'm creating. Like if I'm like just
you're doing what you love,
building. I can get up every single day in the morning, man. I used to not be a morning person.
Me neither. Even going to school too.
Never.
I'll sleep on the bus.
I was just telling my wife the other day, I was like, we're fucked. Like my little girl she's gonna be the worst when it comes to like waking her up in the morning. I think the conversation was struck by
you remember one of my cousins was hard to wake up. That was the funniest.
Impossible.
It was impossible, dude. I love him to death. I miss him, but
yeah, man. What's up with that guy?
I'm he's doing his own thing. I try to keep in touch with him as much as I can. At the end of the day, I love him still, regardless of what happens or his family, dude. I've never had any issues. That's what I love about him. He never gave me issues. We're like, we had each other's back, and we had our moments. All three of us had our moments. It was but I try to reach out to him. As long as he's alive and doing well, that's all I care about. And that's all I care about. Like, even for you, we haven't seen each other years. I see you through social media. You're doing good. You have your family. I'm like, he's doing good. And and it's funny because you outgrow people too. Like, just because you outgrow someone doesn't mean you don't want to be friends with them anymore. It's just you're in different paths.
Yes.
I'm single. I don't be like, hey, Ruben, let's go out. Yes. Be like, oh, I can't do it. I'm married. But also in the mindset as well.
No, so also one thing about you hanging out with like a whole bunch of different communities. You have church, you have dancing, you have pretty much your friends. You have friends for completely different culture, your college buddies, all that stuff. It also gives you a wide range of like different types of people and the situations that you're in, because like what you just said is very spot on that a lot of people don't understand, right? When they're like, hey, Ruben, like, hey, let's go out to the bar. It's like, I can't. I want. That does not mean you can't invite me to the bar. Continue to invite me to the bar. I will escape.
Well, I barely drink, so if I invite you somewhere, it's not gonna be because we're gonna drink. It's probably because we're gonna go work out or something.
Yeah, man. I'm actually one of my good friends. He's about to turn 40. And he's also on this like journey to lose weight. He's a pretty big guy. So, and hey, man, I'm giving you a shout out. I won't say your name because I don't know how you feel about that, but I'm pushing for you, man.
Hey, it doesn't matter, man. Just focus on your thing. You're gonna make mistakes. It's gonna happen. You make mistakes in life, anyways. Just learn from them, and don't try to repeat it. If you do repeat it, learn from that too. Like you fall down so many times. Just try to keep getting up. Don't be like, I quit. I'm done.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Just keep going, man.
No, you can't quit. So I told him, I was like, hey man, we don't have to go drink. We can go on a hike. Terry Hershey, there's like some hills up and down. We can go into like the woods trail, and we can do that for your 40th. Never got a response, but
well, you better respond to his ass.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, like So yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No. That was pretty much it with him. I was just, But
at the end of the day, like you're gonna experience different people throughout your life, and you're gonna outgrow some people. There's gonna be people you don't want to surround yourself with anymore because you're thinking about yourself more and seeing, okay, am I benefiting from this or not? Like, yeah, I'm not saying that's happened to me with everyone, but it's just like. That's why, like I say, you outgrow people. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's part of life.
Yeah, it's that awareness that clicks at some point, and I try to explain that to a lot of people. You know, I work with a whole bunch of people. My thing is working with people, so I get a lot of different people that I get to work with. I'm a different person to work with, but I do see that there's some people that are very directional and don't have that awareness, right? Of like, hey, you know, if I have instructions on what to do, I can get it done, but I can't figure it out on my own. Yeah. If I'm saying that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know, and people that are like that, they kind of lack that awareness that. You know, you see it like, you know, I've seen people that are like in bad relationships and you're just like, what? He beat you. Like, you know, like, what are you doing?
Like, he controls you.
Like, yes. And there's so much like that awareness of just like, well, you know, you're like stuck in this kind of cloud with this person and.
And then I mean, there's people that I know that are like that. Yeah, those type of situation, and it's you can compare it even to losing weight or finding yourself losing weight. It's just you can tell the people all the time, you know, hey, you're doing this wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. But at the end of the day, they have to do the action. You can only do so much because they're living their life. You're not living their life. Yeah, and they'll be like, yeah, no, I know. But you can't get mad at them because, you know, everyone has their own clique one day. Yeah. And I just I have some friends I give advice to. They ask me for advice and they're like, Jose, I don't know what to do. I'm like, look, you know what to do. You just have to do it. But if you can't do it right now, just be aware that it can be done. Just, I'll tell you, it's gonna happen. When it clicks, it's gonna come to you. Yeah. You're gonna have to deal with it until you get it to fix the problem.
So what do you think would be the solution for somebody that's like still in that loop, right? That is still in that mindset of, oh man, like excuse. You know, like I know everybody's waiting for that wake up call, but I've seen people that never got that wake up call, and they're probably in the same circumstances that they've always been right now. I can think of a few examples and, you know, like what would be the wake up call to that person? I mean, there's probably people that are going to see this and we're going to promote it to fitness channels and promote it to, you know, just that community. You know, if they're listening to you right now, what do you think that wake up call is?
I mean, just be self-aware of it. Accept it. Accept it that you have a problem. I remember that there was one specific event that happened to me that triggered before I had the surgery. I was living with my roommate, and you know, our apartments was a Whataburger, and you know, obviously, I remember one day I was just not happy. I was like depressed and everything. I went to a barbecue place. I was there. I literally had full rack of ribs and like a pound of brisket, and like, dude, I stuffed. Huh?
No carbs though.
Yeah, no carbs, protein. But I stuffed myself to where I was happy eating it, and then at the end I was like so full. I was like, I don't like this feeling. I was like. And then in my head, I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Yeah. Like, I realized, I was like, why am I doing this? I was sitting on the bed watching TV and my fingers were full of barbecue sauce, you know, and the bones and everything. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Like, and that's where it came to me. But you just gotta be self-aware, man. You just have to accept it. I accepted I had an eating issue. Yeah. I was an emotional eater. And even my family told me in the back, you're eating when you eat, it's because you're stressed. You're stressed and stuff like that. Yeah. And I was. Yeah. But I never accepted it. And once I did, that's where everything clicked. I was like, I started just doing my own thing. I stopped relying on others to do my work. So I started doing my own thing. So, like I said, I was still active regardless, but after the surgery, I wasn't really working out much, but I was self-aware that, like, okay, I put it in my head, if I eat a lot, my stomach's gonna explode and I'm gonna die. I put that in my head. Yeah. And that really helped me out because I was eating, but I was like, okay, I weighed my stuff and I was like, okay, I can only eat a certain amount of, I can only eat certain ounces of food. Yeah. And if I overeat, it'll explode and I don't want to die, you know. And my doctor used to tell me, like, if you overeat, you're gonna die. Like, he'll put that fear in me. And that's what motivated me more. I was like, okay, more strict. I gotta be more strict. And I was so strict that the first year I really didn't work out much, but I was doing Latin dancing, so that kind of helped me out.
Yeah, just a lot of cardio.
But then I say towards the end of the 2019, I started getting to the gym a little bit, and my office had a gym there. So I was going to the gym, then, you know, I was still doing Latin dancing at the same time. But then COVID happened. Everything happened. Everything shut down, and I'm like, at the end, I was like, so I was fortunate enough to keep my job and work remote. So I was like, okay, Jose, so you have no gym, what do you do? I bought bands, the little elastic bands. And I was like, okay, you're sitting down 8 hours at home. You don't have to drive. You don't have to worry about traffic. You don't have to worry about, you know, stuff like that. I have my meals. And I don't have to eat out. I don't have to go out and eat. I can just cook my meals. Yeah. Because you couldn't go anywhere.
So you cook?
I was cooking all my meals. Wow. Like, I would buy in bulks and then meal prep. Because what else did you have to do during COVID? Nothing. Like, you're just sitting at home waiting for this shit to be over.
Nothing changed for me. Yeah. Nothing changed for me. I think we just kept coming to the office. Yeah. And I think we took off, what, a week? Yeah. Eric? Max 2 weeks we took off. And then we were just like, fuck it.
Yeah. And I mean, you can, and everybody has their belief in it. I respect people's decisions, you know. Yeah. But for me, I took it serious because of my health.
Absolutely. Like, you know, man, dude, that's scary.
TV, man, whoo, that shit fucks you up, dude.
Bro, I don't watch it.
It takes over your life.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
Yeah, I stopped watching it. I stopped watching it. And so back at that, so during COVID, I was like, okay, you know what? I don't have a gym because my apartment gym was closed. I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm gonna go walk the neighborhood. Cause I get frustrated being indoors. Yeah. Especially being at home, like, and I was playing, you know, Call of Duty and stuff like that. And
wait, oh yeah.
Who was it? And so I started after work. I would go out for an hour, walk, jog a little bit, and then from there I started building it. Started doing it. I was doing 6 days a week.
How much?
6 days a week for an hour. Just walking, simple walking, and then I would like jog from one curve to another. Yeah. And then I had some other dance friends. They invited me. They're like, "Hey, let's work out together, dude." So I was like, I was curious. I was still cautious, but I was like, you know what? I felt comfortable with them, so they started coming towards me, and I started going to them, and we would work out together. Yeah. And obviously, they were way more fit than I was, but I was like pushing myself, like I gotta get to their level. Yeah. So, dude, I was working out 6 days a week. I was burning at least 900 calories, and I was eating no more than 1,000 calories. Yeah. So I was in a very calorie deficit. Well, I mean, because my stomach size wouldn't limit me, but also I couldn't eat carbs, and well, I could, but I chose not to. Yeah. But I was just like, I want to lose the weight. This is the time to lose weight. Like this was the time where you have to focus on yourself even more. Yeah. And I did.
That's good.
And it's not everyone could have had that chance, but I took advantage of it. And so I would work from home. I will finish work out, repeat the process 6 days a week. And, you know, I started shedding the weight. And I wasn't noticing it as much. But then my friends were like, dude, you're losing weight, dude. Like, your face is slimmer. Yeah. Your face is slimming. Like this, my face, I would say after the first 2 weeks of the surgery, my face was already slim. Yeah, it was, if you keep going. Yeah, I post a lot. That one on the left side, that was like, I would say 2 weeks after surgery. My face was already slim. That was like after I got off the hospital, and so I would say a week or two after that. And that photo on the right was January of this year. So like you can just see the difference on my cheeks.
Oh yeah,
my cheekbones. You can see that.
That's insane.
Yeah, and even now I probably look slimmer more now.
Yeah, you look slimmer now than you were there.
I'm just on the face. So that was a huge drastic. People noticed my face.
Yeah, no, you look like a completely different person. Yeah. You went from like the guy that would have their chick stolen from them or whatever, whatever swings your boat, and now you're like probably taking other dudes' chicks, right? Like from the dance floor. Hey,
So yeah, that helped me. So I was doing that 6 days a week, and then our group started getting bigger and bigger, but we weren't trying to hang out with a lot of people. So
yeah,
and it was mostly people that I knew from dancing, and we were all close.
Yeah.
So that helped me, lose the weight faster, but also I had my support system. I had the people like, hey man, come on, let's go work out. But I wanted that because they're like, I wanted to beat them, racing and running and stuff like that. So I did a lot of cardio.
Yeah.
A lot of cardio, 6 days a week. I would do push-ups here and there, bear crawls and sit-ups here and there. But then when I was during my house was being built, my lease came up and I started staying with a friend of mine for a month or two.
Yeah.
And I was still working out with them. We were working out together, and before Thanksgiving, I hit my goal of 200 pounds.
I think I read that.
I hit my goal of 200 pounds. And I was in his kitchen. I weighed myself, and I was still meal prepping at his house.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, I did it. And I remember I was going to go downstairs and I was going to work out, and I sat on the stairs and I'm like, holy crap, I did it. I lost it. Like, I lost it, dude. Like, it was just like holy shit. I started bawling. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it.
That's insane.
And because that was my goal, 200. And I talked to them and I let them know, and I expressed my feelings to them, and they were happy for me. Like, it was just an emotional day for me that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I hit my goal. I was like, now what?
You just got rid of another person.
Huh?
You just got rid of a completely other person.
I got rid of a whole different person.
Yeah.
A complete full person.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I was like, okay, what's next? I'm like, shit, Jose, you hit your mark. Now what? All right, let's set another goal. I was like, what, fuck it. Let's lose another 20 pounds. Maybe 10, 20 pounds. Just to be safe, because you never know.
You can gain a little bit back.
Yeah, it's like, you may gain a little bit back. So I was like, all right, let me lose a little bit more. So I lost then I got to the lowest I've been was 183. 183. So I weigh myself in the mornings after, dropping the deuce.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's the perfect time to weigh yourself, because you have nothing in your body, nothing at all.
Yeah. How much more though can it be on your stool?
I don't know. I would say 1 or 2 pounds. It just depends what you eat. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I feel like you don't feel stuffed. You don't feel nothing. So that when I got to 183, I was like, okay, Jose, you need to stop losing weight. And I was not trying to lose any more weight, but I was still losing weight. And I had a nutritionist, and she's like, you need to stop losing weight. I'm like, yeah. So that's when I started adding carbs, or I started eating more, but I was eating more calories. But I stopped cardio completely.
Okay.
And I started lifting weights.
I see.
And then when I started lifting weights, I started enjoying it more. I was going like 6 days a week, lifting weights, boom, 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 for an hour and a half. And then I started seeing results. I was like, holy shit, my muscles are coming out. Like,
hell yeah.
And I was taking progress pictures and just like, holy crap, like, this is always what I wanted.
Yeah.
The muscle, because even I used to work for a fitness gym, and I would lift weights and try to work out, and I always loved lifting weights. So I feel like the muscles were there already, but it was just hiding under.
Yes.
So
you couldn't really see the results.
Yeah, and then I just started lifting weights a lot, and now I see results, and I'm like, hell yeah, but now I'm like, okay, I'm still restricted to how much I can eat, because when you try to gain muscle, you need to eat more calories and something like that.
Yeah.
But right now I'm like, okay, I tried CrossFit, I loved it.
Yeah.
But
you stopped?
I stopped because I want to try different things.
I see.
So now I want to get into boxing.
Okay.
And maybe sign up, but also I want to travel.
Yeah.
And I missed out on all the dancing last year, and I'm trying to make up for it this year.
I see.
So I'm combining traveling, dancing, and then right now working out, but also I've been working on my spiritual side.
Mm-hmm.
which has helped me a lot, and I'm still working on it. And so those are my goals for this year: travel, dance, get to meet more people, possibly meet someone. So yeah, that's basically
your goals right now.
My goals right now. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Where are you thinking about traveling to?
Oh man, I'm gonna travel domestically first, and then next year I want to do internationally. But you know, obviously that can change. But, I already have trips for. I did Vegas already. I want to do Phoenix. I want to do LA. I want to do Miami. I'm actually going to Chicago in August with a group of friends of mine.
Nice.
Yeah, there's different places I want to go, man.
Domestic flights,
and I can work remote too, so I can go anywhere and just be like, I can fly out Wednesday morning or Wednesday night and be like, all right, I'm staying here for the week, and
there you go. No, that's awesome, man. How long are they going to keep you remote? Are they ever bringing you guys back?
I'm hoping we can stay full-time remote because I actually enjoy it now because there's so much freedom. I don't have to worry about gas, traffic, especially fucking Houston traffic. And then people are moving to Houston, which is great.
But maybe.
Which is great. Well, it's not great, but it's like people seeing the advantages of living in Texas, but also it's like, stop moving, go somewhere else.
No, man.
Go to Nevada or go to...
I saw there was somebody that was like, hey, everybody, come move to Texas. And it was a map of Oklahoma, but it had Texas on there. It was like...
I'm like, yeah, we should
Texas. No, man. Houston is very nice, and there's a lot of people moving here. All of Texas is kind of booming right now, but it's also making real estate very expensive for the casual person that been living here for the longest time. They've been renting forever, and then by the time they're ready to get into the market, the market's going to be extremely high. If it continues to go in the route that it's going right now. And it's just going to, continue to bring a shit ton of traffic. Yeah. But, man, gas is a big deal.
Yeah. Commuting is even before everybody started moving in traffic, it's already horrible. And I can just imagine it's already more horrible now. And I don't know because I haven't been.
You haven't been driving.
I don't have to drive to work.
Yeah. You haven't been driving.
I mean, just 6:10. I'm like, I'll leave when so I don't take a lunch for work. So I eat while I work.
Yeah.
And I get off an hour earlier than usual. And I'll leave home to go to the Galleria because I train some friends on Mondays.
Yeah.
And there's traffic still. I'm like, what the heck?
It's 24-hour traffic. It's never just...
but it's just that piece of 610.
Right here by
the Galleria. Oh, my God. But anyways... Yeah.
Traffic.
Well, I'm hoping I can work full-time remote.
Traffic, man. So, Corona happened.
Yeah. Corona.
Right? It's a hot topic. People talk about it. Yeah. It's all over the media. There's two different stories. There's facts out there. Yeah. You're going to have to go out that way. There's different facts out there, and people just don't know what to believe, right? So, like, I know that everybody has their own opinion and things like that. I'm not trying to get political or anything like that either. But where are you, man? Did you ever catch it?
No, I never did. I was very careful. I was always around. I mean, I was around people, not as much around people, but someone close to me that was not being as careful. They didn't believe it, which is fine. I get it, but no, I never caught it. Thank God. I had a few friends that did catch it, and they were like, I would never wish upon that on someone.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, but it could be that I lost a close family member to it.
I believe
you know who it is.
Yeah.
I think you know who it is.
Yep.
But they're saying it's not that. I don't know, but
somebody's mom told me it was that.
Yeah. So and because they caught it, and that from there he never made it. So
yeah.
And it was hard because I didn't get to go to the funeral because we were just trying to be careful as well.
Yeah.
And from what I heard is some of our family members did catch it as well going to the funeral. So at the end of the day, I was being careful, and then, some people don't believe in the vaccine, some people don't. I mean, who cares? I don't care. It's your belief. Yeah. Like with me in politics, I don't care what you think. Yeah. I would never be, just because I'm friends with you, doesn't mean it's because of your political side. Like, I don't care who you vote for. At the end of the day, we're human beings. We're not perfect. We think differently. Yeah. Everyone is different. And it's funny because there's people that I know that that are
extreme political, right, extreme left,
extreme right, yeah. And I don't care. Like I care for the person who you are.
No, I mean, again, that goes back to kind of an awareness that I say. I conversate. You know, I like conversation. Obviously, we have this podcast, but so I like to hear both sides. And sometimes, you know, you just have some people that are kind of like aware, and they can actually have like a conversation about it without getting kind of into an emotional state. But I feel that like both extremes are extreme. I don't think that everybody lives in those extremes. I feel that the media portrays like everybody's on both sides of the extreme when we're all actually right here in that center, right? There's some center right, there's some center left, but the media is like, no, anybody on the right is bad, anybody on the left is bad.
It's influence, man.
It's yes, influence. And a lot of misinformation, man. So like what's to say about not believing in a vaccine, right? Like, there's no such thing as not believing in a vaccine. Maybe you don't believe that it's going to help you. But that doesn't mean that, that vaccine doesn't exist. Right? What I kind of find it weird. Did you take the vaccine?
I did take
You did? Okay. Which one did you get?
I got the Moderna.
2 shots?
2 shots, yeah.
Did the magnet stay on your...
No, but actually, so someone did that on me. My sister did that on me. She's like, I'm like, you and your stupid TikTok, stop. Even though I have a TikTok, which you can follow me as well. But
we'll plug your channel in afterwards.
So no. I would say the effects I had, everyone's bodies reacts differently. I had a sore arm the first shot. Second shot happened. I took it the day before the winter storm. I was like, perfect timing. I'm just going to stay home. I was like, I had little minor symptoms. I had like a minor fever, minor headache. That's it.
Yeah, your body fighting off things that it doesn't...
But I've had friends that took it and they had very different reactions. So
like bad or good?
Bad and good.
Bad and good?
Some people had no effects at all. Some people had bad effects. But, if you don't want to take the vaccine, I don't care. It's up to you. That's your health. And I've had, at the end of the day, you're comfortable with whatever you're comfortable with. Live with it. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm all for like the way that I kind of view it. Right, is that I don't get the flu vaccine. Right, like not because I don't believe in the flu vaccine. I don't get the flu. Right, and like I've had the flu, and it was one of the worst days of my life. But here I am, and I still haven't got the flu. Let me knock on some wood, right?
We'll knock on some wood later.
And then, when it comes to COVID, I just haven't got COVID. I've been around people that have had it. I've heard horror stories. And I've heard things like, I just had a headache one day and that's it. And I think that I'm at that age where I'm okay. I think I'm still physically good. I don't think I have any other, symptoms. So I chose not, like my wife got it. I didn't get it. I was just like, there's no need right now. Maybe in 2 to 3 years for me personally, I was like, maybe after that, then I can do it. I don't think there's anything bad. It's
a personal preference.
Yeah, it's a personal preference. I think that everybody should. You know what I don't like though? What I don't like is the pressure. Like,
especially media and
the media, it's like forcing people to like, you have to get this vaccine. I saw this one, I got this ad on my phone. It was like an alert. It was like, I think it's like Wisconsin or something like that, that they're doing $1 million drawing once a week for the next 5 weeks for anybody that gets their vaccine.
Money.
And if you're a student, you get a full ride to any of their public universities. If you get the vaccine, you can show proof of that. Like, why are we incentivizing taxpayer money to go to like... No, man, you go get the vaccine. Like, be safe, do your thing. You want to get the vaccine, get the vaccine.
If you don't, you don't
get it. But don't spend government money to get people to do it. It's like, all right, that's
our money too.
Exactly. That's like, what do you?
But at the end of the day, we don't control where that money goes.
That's exactly true.
We can only do so much. That's why you just gotta worry about yourself. Just do your own thing. Don't worry about what others think about you. That's one thing I learned about. Is like, I don't care what people think about me. I had a friend of mine. She's like, "You're gonna post it on social media?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, aren't you afraid they're gonna judge you? I'm like, no, I don't care. Why would they, if they want to judge me, fuck them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what they think. If I let that control me, then I'm letting them win.
Exactly.
And you know, it was because I was showing my body, and I was like, you know, I'd rather take hateful comments and from one person that says you inspired me, I'd rather take that. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I could save one life. Yeah. I could save one life, other than the other people who want to spend time on social media and commenting and hating.
And if they're hating on you, even better. Thanks, man. Thanks for commenting.
Even harder. Like it's just, and that's with life as well. Not outside of just losing weight, but. You can't worry about what others think about you all the time, because if you let that happen, you're gonna let it control your life.
Absolutely.
And you control your life, not
others. Yeah. No, man. There's just, like I said, you know, there's so many things that you kind of find like some patterns in people, right? So like, I see, you know, you found this pattern of like, you know, you're full of life. You're like, I have these goals in mind, and I want to do these things, and I want to, see the country. I want to, you know, just communicate with other people. And that pattern it's just very different for every little person, for every single person. Right. But it feels like you're really in tune, man, with that pattern. You're like, okay, I kind of have instructions. I know what I'm doing. You're not just trying to wing it every single day. So you plan it, right? Like the day before, you plan for a week ahead. How do you kind of plan your workout routine?
Right now, I go with the flow. Like I said, last year I was just doing all cardio, and I wasn't lifting weights as much. And then I was like, okay, now that I lost the weight, I want to try different things. So I tried CrossFit. I loved it, but I was still losing a little bit of weight. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go back to that later this year, which is awesome. I recommend that. Works you. For 1 hour, it works you out.
The CrossFit?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I did CrossFit for a while. Man. I was like in the best shape of my life. Yeah. Best shape of my life.
And the gym, the owner of the gym, he's like, "Oh, you're not coming back." He thought I was, because I didn't like it. I'm like, no, I love it. It's just I want to try different things, because there's things I've always wanted to try.
Yeah. What about Jiu Jitsu?
Huh?
Jiu Jitsu.
I was thinking about, because remember we used to grapple when we were younger. So like those are the things. There's different things I want to try, because I wasn't physically fit at the time to do it. Right. Now that I am, I'm like, you
should try Jiu Jitsu, man. It's a crazy workout.
Yeah, I know, because I remember one time we rolled on the floor, and it was not even 2 minutes. I'm like,
it's
I was freaking drenched and everything, but
so tiring.
So like right now, like, I'm enjoying the process of just lifting weights. I love going to the gym now. Like, it's funny, because I used to have that excuse of like, I need someone to go to the gym with me. Yeah. And now I'm like, I'll go to the gym with myself. I'm like, I like it, I'm in my zone and doing my own thing, and like I push myself, but one day you'll know when you'll start enjoying going to the gym by yourself. Yeah. But if you need to go to the gym with someone, try to go to the gym with someone. But at the end of the day, you're gonna do the workout, not them. Right. I can push you as much as you want, but you're gonna be like, oh, I'm tired already. Yeah. Because there's people, I can train someone that's bigger than that. If I was to train myself when I was big, I would get tired, and I would probably quit. Yeah. Probably. Right. But I can only do so much to train the old Jose. So I'm gonna be like, look, I can train you this much, but if you're not gonna be committed, then I can't. You're doing the work at the end of the day. So, right. It doesn't mean I don't want to work you out. It just means, you gotta have to figure it out yourself. Yeah. I'm giving you the tools. And that's the thing with the surgery. People are like, oh, you cheated your way. I'm like, no, it's a tool. Yeah. They gave me a tool. I learned from it. I took advantage of it. I was like, hell yeah. And like, okay, I'm going to use this tool to better myself. And it worked. Yeah.
No, yeah, take advantage completely of what you need to do. Yeah. Keeping off the weight and sticking to like your plan, being disciplined with everything that you're doing. I mean, you're doing a fantastic job, man. Yeah. That's a good job.
No, and people every day tell me like, you inspire me, Jose, and it's like it feels good seeing people, hearing that from people, and that's why I just like with this social media I have like It's funny because I have my personal page, and then I was posting stuff on there. I was like, you know what? There's people that don't want to see this, but also I don't want to bombard them. And this is personal. This is my personal page. I'd rather do this because my personal page is private. But if I make a public page where random people can just see my stuff.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Are we back, Eric?
We are back.
All right. Scary times, man. So we're talking about tools, and you said you use the surgery as a tool. Yeah. You're offering the tools to people that you work out with, and
there's people that have messaged me like, "Hey, Jose, I got the surgery." I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, I think I know about 4 people that I know personally that got the surgery done because they saw me and they're like, man." But I also like, I hope they didn't do it because it's the easy way out.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
And you're going to get back to it.
Yeah, and you can easily get, like, we had a friend that, you know, had the thing and, you know, it went back to it. But like I said, everyone's different. So I'm hoping, like, those people that got the surgery done did it for the right reason. They did do it for the right reason, but I hope they tried something at least before. But
did you ever overeat?
Me?
Yeah.
So there's people that are like, oh, if you overeat, you throw up. And I was afraid of that too.
Yeah. Because
you don't want to throw up. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
So I didn't overeat a lot. I knew when to stop.
Yeah.
Now I would say I'm eating more than I used to, but it's because I saw this chart where it gives you each year how your stomach expands.
Yeah.
After having the surgery, and it's part of the process. Like, I think 2019, 2020, 2021 was 2 years, 3 years, I guess.
Yeah.
So they say by the 5th year, your stomach goes back to as a normal person, like a normal stomach. So you'll be able to eat a plate full of food.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I've overeaten, but I've never overeaten to where I throw up. Because there's people that overeat and throw up and they have the surgery. You know, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But I put that fear in myself, like, don't throw up, Jose. And it's good because it helps you be like, okay, I don't need to eat anymore.
Yeah.
And when I go to our restaurants and they give me the meal, I'm like, all right, I'm going to have it to go.
Yeah.
So I get it to go and I put it in the freezer. And then if I want to eat it, and it's like, it could be like a pupusa or arepas or, you know. Yeah, you know. If I want to eat it, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel guilty because I know I'm balancing it out.
Right.
But also, you know, I went through that phase of being strict with my diet, and now I can eat whatever I want.
Yeah. But
I know myself, like, okay, Jose, you had this enough. It's kind of like a reverse of what I did.
Yeah.
So I was eating bad all the time, and now I eat good a little bit. Now I eat good, but I eat bad at the same time, where it makes sense because I go work out and I balance it out.
I see. So, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good, man. So you said you don't drink.
I drink now, but not like I used to. I don't drink nothing carbonated.
Okay.
Because that expands the stomach.
Yeah. But
also I don't crave it.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I had the surgery, I was like, I'm not craving food. I was not craving nothing. Like, it's funny because now when I eat, so when I get hungry, I get, like, I'm very quiet. So when I went to Vegas, we were walking a lot. Oh my God, a lot of walking. So I was like, oh, this and that. And then I will get really quiet. Because there's times I have like a set time of when I eat.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously you're traveling, you don't have a set time to eat. You're just walking around.
Right. And is this Vegas?
And this is in Vegas, yeah. And I'm just walking and I'm like very quiet. You're like, Jose, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But I'm just going with the flow, enjoying the time because, you know, not everybody eats at the same time I do.
Yeah.
And even before Vegas, like, so I would order food and I'm like a little kid. I'm like, you know, like, I'm ready for it. I'm like, I'm so excited, guys. And I get the food, I'm like, oh. And I'm just like doing a happy dance. Because I'm enjoying it now. Like, I enjoy the food. I'm like, oh, I love eating now, but I know what I'm eating. Yeah. I'm not just really like, yum, 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 stuffing myself. Right. And, you know, it's funny because now I'm like, and then, like, even when I was like, I don't think last week, I was like, look, I'm dancing with my taco. And I'm like, and funny thing is, it reminded me of high school at prom. I was dancing with an egg roll. I don't know why I did it.
Why were you dancing?
I don't know. Don't ask me. I had no date. Nobody was. I wasn't good with the chicks at the time either. Yeah. So,
have you seen anybody from like back in the day? You know that like you maybe had an attraction for, and then like,
I haven't seen none of them. Yeah. But I look back. This is one funny thing when you mentioned that. I look back at my old self and all the people that I was attracted to or interested in.
Yeah.
And they say no. And then I know there's a high school story. This guy knows. I know you know which one I'm talking about.
You're like a brother to me.
Yeah. And I really knew her for like a month. Not even a month. She was like, "You're like a brother to me."
You're like a brother to
me.
Dude,
it was in the cafeteria. Oh my God, dude.
I think Angela was with us too.
Yeah. I don't remember honestly, but I remember she's like, "Oh, you're like a brother to me." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And you gave me shit for that, dude. That was.
I mean, that lasted forever. It lasted forever. I would always give it to you.
And to this day, I still remember the scene and everything. Like, it's in my head.
You know what's so crazy though? Have you seen that person?
No.
Oof.
I actually don't remember who the person was.
I remember who it was.
You remember who it was? You gotta let me know who it was.
Yeah, I'll let you know afterwards. I'll show you a picture.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But there's people that from high school, they're like reaching out to me like, "Dude, you look so different. Like, I don't recognize you. Like, man, I wish I can, have that." Because obviously they don't look the same as they did in high school. And it's funny because it's kind of like reversed now. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna look this up right now. I have to.
I see people that like they were so good looking in high school, and now they're a completely different person. And I'm just like, damn, like it's weird. Like but I feel because like their path in life is different now.
Yeah,
and for me, I see those people I was interested in, and I see if I was me back in the day, I would not be interested in myself because I wasn't healthy.
Awareness.
I wasn't aware of myself. So once you're aware of it, you're like, oh man, I would not date myself either. And I don't blame them for saying stuff like that to me. You're like a brother to me, or no, I'm not interested, or it's just like, no, I don't like you like that. Oh man, I was getting friend zoned so many times, but at the end of the day, it's because I was doing it to myself.
I'm trying to find a picture of them now.
But even now, like dating is, now that things are going back to normal, dating is like, I'm not looking for it, but I'm 50-50 with trying to date someone because I also want to enjoy the things I missed out on. But I also need to like, I'm 32 now, so like, time's running out, but also you gotta let it. Shut up, dude.
Yep.
Shut up.
Yep.
No fucking way.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, I remember her name now.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, but it's people be like, man, I wish you can. I bet you want to see people from the past and be like, look at me now. But I don't.
Yeah. For what?
I don't like. Yeah. I'm not trying. I don't want to rub it into people's faces either. But I'm proud of where I am now. I'm glad I went through what I went through because where I'm at now, I am where I'm at now because of my past.
Right.
Even just not with weight loss, but mentally going through stuff with my family, not having a father in my life, financial stuff, just different things, dude.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, if I was to go back, I wouldn't change shit.
Right.
Because I am where I'm at with my life now, I'm the happiest ever.
That's awesome, man.
And of being aware of everything things you've gone through, you don't want to do that again.
Yeah, some people just forget. They kind of. So here's my theory.
Show me that picture.
It's so crazy, right?
Yeah.
Well, dude, when I saw that, I was like, "What?" All right.
Anyways.
But how things change, right?
Yeah, dude, things change, man.
One thing that I do take aware to is, God, where was I going with that? You were talking about that picture just completely distracted.
Like people you from the past in high school, like.
Oh yeah, so for example, for you, right? Like you talk about this awareness. You talk about this like kind of like your story. You know where you come from. I feel that everybody's kind of living like on an autopilot. Like you're not really there.
Yeah.
You're just like living day to day.
Comfortable. Comfortable.
And just never leave like their comfort zone. Completely like scared to fail. And just don't do anything, and they completely stay like that. And that's just stagnant.
It could be personal or in the business side as well.
Yeah.
There's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks failing, but that's what makes you stronger, man.
You have to fail.
It's just a mindset. Yeah, you have to learn to fail.
Yeah,
you have to learn it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, man. I see, some people, they fail, they try one time, and that's it. Yeah. It's game over. No. But yeah, no, you have to continue going. No, man, super crazy. Talking to you too, just having you sit across here just doesn't feel that I'm talking to the same person.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm completely different. And people, it's funny because there's people that I've met before. They're like, Jose, don't change. You're a good person and stuff like that. I'm trying not to, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be cocky either, but I feel very confident. I'm super confident, but I don't want to come off as cocky. But it's person, just. I catch myself sometimes. I'm like, Jose, you're being a little bit cocky. I'm like, I pull back a little bit.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can't help yourself. But I like I said, mentally, I'm still trying to work on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a whole different person.
This is new. Yeah.
It's a whole different person. You're
exactly.
Like, oh shit, I'm getting this attention and, I'm feeling good about myself. But at the same time, I got to be humble because, there's people that still like me for who I am.
Yeah.
And
time is valuable too, by the way.
Yeah. And time.
So you got to know how you're just going to spend that time.
Oh man, I'm very big on time. I'm very punctual. When it's funny because I've met people. No, there's people that they're not on time, and that's fine. Yeah. But for me, I'm always on time. I like to be on time, and if I'm late, I'm like, damn it, I'm late. Yeah. But it's just you're aware of it, and some people are not, and it is what it is. Can't do anything about it.
You just can't light that fire under somebody's ass all the time.
And that's what I'm saying. I surround myself with people that I know who can help me grow, not just with losing weight, but also financially or just mentally or, being around what they do and influence me. Yeah. So, yeah.
Is the job, is that a thing that you're trying to stay there forever or what are you trying to do?
I've been thinking about that. Obviously with this new journey I have, there's people that reach out to me and be like, oh man, we should go. That's funny. A friend of mine, she's the owner of a winery. She's like, we should go running. And I'm like, I don't run much anymore, but I'll be down. But people like my friends, my friends that got me into working out with them, one of them moved out, left Houston, but he gave me he passed the baton to me and be like, hey, it's your turn to, keep it going. Yeah. So I keep this training going with the friends of mine, but I'm looking at it and I enjoy working people out. I've been there. I want to help people out that I've been in, that has been in my situation. So I'm looking in the future with possibly training people. Yeah. But I want to do it the right way because there's people that train people and I know a few people that train people and they're not even certified or I see their progress. I'm like, if you've been working out this long, you should see a huge result, but I don't see a huge result. But everyone's body's different.
That's true.
And coaching, there's different styles of coaching, and I'm a coach where when we're working out at that time, it's time to coach. But I hope one day I can probably train people, obviously in people that have been in my position. Yeah. Because I know I feel like they will feel more comfortable hiring me than hiring a regular trainer because I've been there. Yeah. I know the process.
Yeah. No, it's a selling point too.
Yeah, and it's a selling point.
I'm sure that you can also put some supplements up there and sell supplements because, it shows.
Yeah, it shows, right?
Yeah. I see that you're also still active in, you're still active. Are we still going?
We're still going. It's just no internet.
Okay. So, man, where I was going? Yeah, you're still active in the football scene with your school, with our old high school,
our alma mater or our alumni school. High school. So it took me 5 years to graduate high school. Yeah, I didn't graduate on time because of the things I was going through personally. Yeah. I started taking pictures, action pictures, sports photography, and then I carried that into college. And I was like, I love this as a hobby. So I started taking pictures at the high school, at our old high school, because I wish someone was doing that for me when I was playing. Yeah. And so I do that voluntarily, but then I started getting close with the coaches, and they're like, hey, you can come and you don't have to just take pictures. You can come volunteer and train with the kids. And being where we grew up at, there's not a lot of male influence because there's single family that don't have their parents.
Yeah.
And I wish I had that as well growing up. So that's why I give back, to where on some Saturdays I train the kids at the football that play in the football team. I train them for free.
Yeah.
Because one, I don't want them to be doing something they shouldn't be doing, but also, you know, our community doesn't have a very good reputation of, you know, going forward, being better. How you say it? Like growing outside of that.
Yeah.
And we know some people that have grown outside of the, you know, leaving the area where we grew up at and being successful, but there's people that haven't been successful. And I want to bring that influence to them, not just because I lost weight, but also be a mentor, be like, hey, if you need something to talk about, talk to me, man. You know, treat me as your big brother. Because, you know, me not having a father in my life, there's things I had to learn on my own, and I'm still learning on my own.
Right.
And that's why I give back like that, to where in our community, I rather help them out as much as I can, or try, than not try and be like, well, what if?
Yeah. So, you're a good man.
Yeah, like I said, I love
giving back, man. That's good karma coming your way.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, you do it because you want to. You're not doing it because you're forcibly doing to.
Yeah.
You're not forced to do it. I do it because it comes out of my heart, because I know it makes me feel good. So that's why I do the things I do now, you know, and I help people out regardless. So.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. So
that's wild.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
How did you feel when you first saw me? Because we haven't seen each other for years.
I sent today. When I saw you today, I was shocked. I had to hold it in. I was like, I need to save this for the podcast. Yeah. But bro, it was it's mind blowing. So let me kind of give everybody a backstory, right? So we grew up in the same neighborhood. I was neighbors with his cousin, and they just, you know, the family is just, it's just a big family. Yeah. It's just a big family. It runs in their genes, and you know they're a big family. So
traditional.
It's just traditional, you know. So we're gonna eat tortillas, and I mean it's gonna always go down, you know. Shout out to Los Rodriguez, and
love you guys.
For sure. I didn't disconnect from everybody. Just, you know, super busy. I still keep in touch with Minerva. Yeah. Love her to death. Yeah. And tell your mom I said hi.
I will.
Your sister as well. And so I mean, just from seeing you guys is just, I never thought like that you would be like a skinny, not like toned person. Like I was just like the first thing that I did when you posted that picture of yourself, I shared it with so I did share one of your stories on my story.
Yeah.
I think it was like last week. There was a lot of people that were in shock. They were just like, "What? That's him?"
People like from our past?
Yeah, people from our past. Yeah. People that I didn't even know you knew, but since they're in the same circle, they knew who you are, and they're just like, "I'm in shock." There's Katie. She just got married.
Oh, Katie, yeah. Oh, she was awesome.
Yeah, she was like, just everybody was in shock. And I don't know if you remember Shahab.
I remember Shahab,
yeah. I sent the picture of Shahab. He was like, what? I was like, what the heck? Yeah, man, Shahab's doing great too.
That's good.
I think we're gonna have Shahab on pretty soon too. He does he works in trauma.
Oh, man.
Completely different person too.
We, for those that don't know, we had a little crew. We did some crazy stuff. Not crazy, super crazy, but we did some crazy stuff.
That was pretty crazy stuff for that time. Yeah. And we had a camera.
Yeah, we had cameras too. And stuff, yeah. The influences we had on each, man, that was funny.
It was wild. Remember that one time you got cheddar and sausage for Christmas?
Oh my god, dude.
And you were like disappointed, but you were like,
for Christmas. Oh my god, the good.
But then you're like, I love it so much.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, the odd gifts that I used to get.
Man.
But I remember the times of like our emotional moments we had, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's still I still remember to this day.
What the heck? I totally forgot about that too.
Yeah, we had our emotional moments, dude.
Can we share some?
Yeah,
some
go ahead.
So, all right. I don't know if you were there the beginning part of that day. So, this is kind of going back to religion in a sense, but my neighbors had there's a church behind my house, and I used to go there, play basketball, be in the youth group and everything. Knew a lot of people there. I was a part of that community, and I knew who the pastor was, and I saw that they were parked outside of my neighbor's house, right? And I was just like, okay, that's weird. And the garage was like halfway open, so then I was like, let me go check it out, right? And I don't know if I told you this story. So I went into this house, and there was this lady that we knew, and she was like sitting in this chair, and she was being prayed for by just the pastor, some other people from the church, and they're just like praying for this person that we knew in common. And it was weird. This person was looking the complete opposite way from me. Right. And then all of a sudden, like, it wasn't a rolling chair. It was just like a chair with 4 legs. Somehow she was able to turn around. So imagine me being like this. I turn around and she goes, ha, 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 ha. And I was just like, literally broke down, and I had no idea what to do. They told me to go outside.
Yeah,
it was like
you kept staring at them.
Yeah,
they were like, if they look at you, don't look at them.
Yeah,
and you were just like, I remember your face. You were just like this. The whole time.
Yeah,
you were in disbelief too. You were like,
I was in shock. And then there was another person that was there that something came within her, and she took off like with extreme speed, like. Yeah. She was like a track star. This person was not in the best weight either, but they were able to run that fast at that moment. And it was just kind of very shocking.
Yeah, that was
and then it just went away.
Yeah, that was the craziest moments. Yeah, but there's other stuff too that we've experienced, and so even though we lost touch, we still have those memories regardless. And like I said, you just outgrow people too, but the memories live on forever.
Yeah.
Even the good and bad. Because there was a moment we didn't like each other for a while.
Really? I don't know. Was that you or was that me? I don't know.
I don't know. There was a time where...
Was there a time? I don't think so. I think I was just always a cocky guy.
No, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, like I said, there's things in the past that we've gone through, and
No, man, let's get it out, because I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, I think it was brief. I think we were just like... Every time we see each other, like, I don't know what caused it. I just remember that we were like close to fighting all the time. That's all I remember. I don't know what caused it. Yeah. But like we were just having differences. I don't know what happened.
It was probably me, man, because I'm a dick. And and back in the day, you can ask everybody, dude. I'm completely a different person. Like I'm not who I used to be. Same with you, right? Like with you, you're like completely the separate person from who you are. I had the same awakening. Yeah. It just came from my awakening was more like I need to be aware of like, bro, this is life, right? Like, okay, you had it good with your parents, like that is going to eventually die out. Your parents are going to continue being your parents, but like you can't wait on success for it to be handed down to you, or you have to go out there and make it happen yourself, right? So that shift started happening. I started humbling myself a little bit more, and I just, after that, I was same thing, man. I just something awakened me, and I was just like, I was a completely different person. Yeah. Me, myself, looking at myself back in the day, I don't know how I did date a lot, but like I don't know how they would even date me, because I can look back at myself and I'm just like, I don't even like this guy. Like this guy's a dick. Yeah. And I was, I had her, I was skinny, whatever. I was like, that, and It was probably me. So I don't know what it was. Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't remember what caused it, but I remember that brief time we had like some beef, like legit beef. Like we were close to fighting, and I remember the people that were around us were like, "Oh, let them fight," and I'm like,
"For real?"
Yeah, they were trying to let us fight, but I think they were just stopping us somehow. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it was just a brief. But that's one thing that stood out for me all the time. That we had that brief moment, but like obviously now, I mean, it doesn't let me haunt you, or I'm not thinking of you that way anymore.
No,
it's just.
But now it makes sense. Yeah, though. It does make sense.
It's good that I brought it up because maybe like, oh shit, I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, no, it makes total sense, dude. Because I was like,
I didn't know. What was wrong with you? So now that I know, I'm like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah, no, man, I was a completely different person, and it could be. I don't even know. I honestly can't. I'm trying to put it into words.
But I'm saying, like I said, we had good times, we had bad times. Yeah. We had emotional moments. But at the end of the day, we're growing still. Yeah. You think back now, you're like, damn, I didn't like that person.
Yeah.
I can't think like that.
See, one of the things though that I always considered, because my parents, they've always, worked in like sports bars, and they've owned sports bars, and pretty much nightlife was taking over their life. So we would spend most of our time with like Minerva and, with you guys, just always Christmases and things like that.
Yeah, I remember.
Even going to like Monterrey and Zacatecas with Minerva. So... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we did have like a falling off, but the reason that I'm like that, because you should see my relationship with like my sister, right?
Shout out to Haiti. I love you guys. And Gigi.
Yeah, they're out there.
I remember I ran into Gigi a couple years ago.
Yeah, they're doing good. Yeah. They're doing good. Haiti's a Spanish teacher, and she's a softball coach.
Yeah, I know
for Side Creek.
I keep up with her. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, man, maybe that's why I was like that, because I was just like, it's okay, we're gonna bounce back anyways at some point. Yeah. It's a family thing, so I was like, whatever. But no, I think I did feel that. I felt it a couple of times. When I think I messaged you once, and you were like, I don't drink or whatever, and I was just like,
yeah. And that's the thing and that's the thing nowadays with like texting and messages. Like people take things out of context.
It's really easy to do that.
Oh my god! Like you can say one thing and they're like, "Oh, why are you meaning it that way?" I'm like, "I didn't."
Yeah.
And that's and it's funny because people I talk to, they're like, some people that I rather talk on the phone than text. I'm like, hell yeah, I like those type of people. Because people take things out of context.
Yeah.
And even like on social media, man, it's just crazy how if I'm glad we grew up in the generation that we're millennials, because we were in between. We saw
everything.
We saw everything. Dude.
Yeah.
So
VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I used to trade VHS tapes. CKY.
What was our
FDL. Final Deadline.
Yeah.
But then Milton would call us fucking dumbass losers.
Fucking dumbass losers. But anyways, yeah.
How are they doing?
They're doing good. I invited them over to my house for a little cookout and stuff.
That's dope.
Some couldn't make it, but obviously they're always welcome to come over regardless.
Yeah.
But like right now I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Focus on myself. So that's all I'm doing now. Like just
that's what's up, man. Yeah. You can't worry about everybody's problems.
No, you can't.
You gotta let go. You have to let it be.
And you have to let go of things that haunt you, because that's what. It'll take time. It'll take different times, but at the end of the day, if it's something you can't control, you gotta let it go.
Yeah.
That sounds badass. You can't control it. You
gotta let it go.
So yeah, man, it's just like people say, man, you're completely different person.
Yeah.
Physically and mentally, I think differently now.
Yeah, that's good. You're a different person, man.
Yeah.
I like who you are.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you came on this podcast. Yeah. And I'm glad we were able to do this, man. Hopefully we get to do a follow-up later on, see where you're at.
Yeah.
This is the whole purpose of this, is kind of, with the whole Grow with Ruben journey. It's one of those things, like everybody that we get on here, we want to continue tracking that, and we want to see it, use it as kind of one of those tools, like, look, Junior, this is what you said in this podcast 5 years from now or something, right? It's like, this is where you're at, bro. Yep. And now you have a fucking 6-pack over here. Yeah. And what about the loose skin? How's that going?
Loose skin is there, but it doesn't bother me.
No.
I don't care. Like, there's people that like, man, I would say it does mess with your self-awareness, but at the same time, you have to deal with it. Yeah. Because it just, There's this guy I've but there's this guy I follow on social media. He lost weight on his own, and he has excess skin, and he's like, I'm not gonna have surgery. He's like, the reason I don't do it is not because I don't like my body, it's because it makes me think not to go back into the past. It's kind of like a tattoo, but it's physical. Yeah. So I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to go back to this person. Yeah. But I look at it and I see other things that I'm like, that is loose skin, but like when I flex, I'm like, holy shit, like I used to have a huge arm and I was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. And I see like veins and everything and I'm like, holy shit. Like, I look at that and I look at the rest of my body, I'm like, okay, there's extra skin, but I don't care for that. Like, I feel good. Like, I'm confident. I don't care.
Yeah, that confidence is a killer.
It's a killer, dude. Oh, yeah. Man, it's a killer.
It's the best drug, that confidence, man.
Man, I wish I would have had that when I was back then, but I'm glad I got it clicked for me. So now that I have it. And so, obviously there's surgeries for that, but at the end of the day, that's not my priority right now. My priority is living life, be happy with what I've done, inspire others, and also, just be more aware about myself. There's still more things I gotta learn about myself. Yeah. It's a process. Like, you have a goal that you reach, and then you want to have another goal you want to reach. You just got to keep setting goals for yourself, even though you finish it. Yeah. Don't get comfortable. Right. Don't get comfortable where you're at. Never. And there's this book. I read a book. Some girl I met volunteering at a food bank. Beautiful woman, but she's into fitness too, and she follows me. I follow each other, and she was like, you know what? It looks like you're motivated doing business ventures. You should do this. I was like, okay. So when we met up, they gave me a book to read. It was something about cheese, like how
who moved my cheese?
Yeah, who moved my cheese? That's the one I read, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, yeah, it's true. And I knew some of those points already. Like, don't be afraid. Just if you're gonna fail, don't be scared to do things. Go in a different route. Yeah, why not? And that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe I'll be in IT forever because I work in technology, but also maybe I want to train people, and I shouldn't be afraid to do that. I can do both. Why not?
Right.
So like, I wouldn't mind venturing out to maybe doing that, or also I wouldn't mind being a football coach either. I love being around kids, give back to the community, but I won't be scared to do it. But when the time is right, I'll do it. Right. Do
you listen or read to a lot of books?
I started, and that's funny. I used to hate reading. Yeah. I hated reading. Even throughout school, I hated reading. Yeah. I remember that I've only read 3 books. 2 of them were sports related, and 1 was Harry Potter. I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter. Everybody has a preference. I don't care much for Harry Potter. Because I was forced to read it. I think that's why I hate it. But like, I would say in the past year or 2, I probably read 3 books. Okay. Which is more than I've read throughout my lifetime.
Your whole entire life.
So it's like, man, books have a lot of information too. I enjoy it now. Like, I will go to the park and just read it. Yeah. I will enjoy my alone time. And that's one thing I learned a lot, being alone. Yeah. COVID helped me a lot. Being alone, thinking of like being more self-aware. Learn to be alone. If you can be alone, you don't need nobody to be happy. You don't need to rely on someone to be happy. You can be happy by yourself. Absolutely. And people start seeing that, and it's more attractive to them. Yeah. And I've met people that are like very self-aware, and they love being by themselves, and I'm like, man, I'm attracted to her. Yeah. Or I'm like, man, that guy is cool. I want to hang out with him. Yeah. And so dude, like, if you can be alone and be happy with yourself, anything is possible. Like,
absolutely, man. I think that's where triggered my. Yeah. I've always had kind of this like entrepreneur kind of I've always had this entrepreneur kind of mindset.
Yeah, right? You did. From the day since I met you.
I've always had like that something.
Yeah.
And just putting it all together was kind of the hard part, right? I didn't know where to go with that energy, so I tried out different things, right? I tried being artistic. I tried like doing music, more of an art, as doing martial arts as an art, doing that. Just trying to find like where do I fit in, and I started reading books. I got put on to this one book by this gentleman, a good friend of mine, super successful guy, gave me this book called The Power of Habit. And basically,
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I have that one. I don't remember that. I have to check on my collection.
Yeah,
I don't think I've read it yet, but
so The Power of Habit, basically what it is, it's like a scientific just of an explanation of like how we kind of operate, right? So like, for example, you can drive your car, you can breathe, right? Those are all things that your body's doing it, and it takes skill for somebody to do that. Like, nobody thinks about how hard it is to drive a car, right? No. You think that you can just get in there, press the gas, press the brakes, but in reality, you have to measure distance, right? You have to know how much pressure to put in the gas, how much brake. When you're turning, you have to, like, there's just so much that goes onto it. But for some reason, since we do it so much, our mind kind of just does it on autopilot without us even thinking about, like, this is a thing, right? So what they realized is that, like, hey, if you can apply like core habits into somebody, then you can pretty much get them to do anything. So they tried it out on mice, and then they tried it out on a person. This person had Alzheimer's, right? So basically he was forgetting everything and just forgetting everything. So basically what they did is that they started you off with a trigger, right? Routine, then reward. So the trigger would be the alarm. They would wake him up, right? Put on his clothes, put on his tennis shoes, take him around the block a couple times, bring him home, and then once he comes home, then they would show him how to make some food, and he would feed himself. That would be the reward. Now he gets to sit down, watch TV for the rest of the day, right? They started doing that every single day. So what happened is that the alarm would go off, he would wake up on his own, put on his clothes, go outside, walk around the block, remember where his house was, and then feed himself, watch TV, and he's out for the day, right? So they would do this continuously, and then they were trying to see, is this habit or is this, is he learning? So they would move a sign outside, right? Somewhere, like just move a sign a little bit, and when he would wake up, the alarm would go off, he would wake up, put on his clothes, go outside to go run, then he would get lost because something's off. He doesn't know what it is, but now he doesn't know where his house is because that one shift, So what happened is they put it back, they took him home, and then he started doing that. So it started becoming a problem because the alarm would go off, he would wake up, and he would jump off the bed and he put on his clothes on, but he forgot that he has aged. So now he's old and he would hurt himself. So now they had to apply different habits. So then that's basically the beginning of the story. And then they're like, this is how you can use it for yourself. Yeah. And that's what the book's about. Yeah. That started getting going.
And that's like what the habit of mine now is, I look at my old habits and my new habits and I'm like, my new habits are more beneficial than my old habits. So that's why I don't want to go back to my old habits. Yeah. Of just binge eating and, emotional eating. But now that I'm more self-aware of it, I can see that and be like, okay, no, don't do that, Jose. I'll stop myself and be like, what are you doing, Jose? All right, cool. Yeah. I'll talk to myself. I'm like, no, you shouldn't be doing that. No.
We talked about like me, like us having like some kind of conflict. I think I know what it was. I think that it's that mental weakness, like there was like an excuse, but not so much for you, but for somebody that we knew in common. Yeah. Right. There was like that weakness there, like, oh, poor me, right? Like, my family, or like I don't have money right now, or like there's some excuse I always felt. And I feel that like I used to pick at that, where I'm like, nah, man, that's an excuse. I don't know. I think that's what could be, because I am very like I'm against that. I don't like that. I don't like that energy of like just like feeling sorry for yourself, you know? And I feel that that's you're wasting time. Like, come on, we have a life. We need to like, okay, you feel that way? Okay, what are we gonna do about it? What's the solution?
Exactly.
You know, like, hello. Like,
and I have someone very close to me that is having that issue, and me and this other person, we try to influence them. We're like, look, you just gotta find it. Like, we can't do everything for you. You have to find your happiness, because obviously you're not happy.
Yeah.
Fine, do something about it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying this and that. I'm like, okay, you gotta keep trying.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just stop. What, you're gonna just quit or what? Like, you know, it happens, and you just gotta find a way. It might take long, it may take short time, but you just gotta keep doing. You can't stop.
Right.
Yeah.
How we going? How we doing?
We are in 2 hours.
Damn.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Cool, man. Well, I know you got to work out. I don't want to take too much time of your day. I appreciate you coming in so late. We don't usually do them late at all.
Yeah.
We do them early, like at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah,
and I want you to plug in everything that, you know, where can we find you?
So I have Instagram and TikTok. So it's Jose versus Journey, or Jose vs Journey. That's where you'll get you'll see all my videos of like my workouts, some stories. You can message me and ask me any questions. I'll try to answer. If you're looking, if you want to get trained, let me know. The pages are public for a reason, so anyone can reach me, and you know that's where you can find me at.
Yeah, Jose versus Journey.
Journey, yeah.
VS Journey.
VS, yeah.
So what's up, man? Anybody that you said you actually did mention the guy. You said you had a guy that he has a lot of skin that's kind of.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you can scroll down real quick. Let me see. Keep going all the way. It's kind of long. Actually, go to the long videos. Go back up on the middle. Go back right there. The IGTV, yeah. Yeah, if you go scroll down, and let's see.
Happy 2-year anniversary.
Facing My Fears. That one. Yeah, if you click on that. Oh, okay. Well,
the internet.
His name is John something, and then there's one called Possible Pat, and then this other one. His name, his Instagram is Obese to Beast.
Obese to Beast. That's pretty sick.
I like it.
Yeah.
He was actually on Ellen too. Both of them were on Ellen, and you know they told their stories.
Yeah.
And I've been following them ever since, and man, they're just inspiration. Like I credit them because they did help me out a little bit. It helped me realize, you know, they were the people I needed to hear and be like, you know what, you need to focus on it. And they lost their weight naturally. One of them is, man, those two, I would suggest following them. As one, Possible Pat, and then Obese to Beast. Those two were big influences on me. And I hope I get to meet them one day, because now that I get to travel, you know, hopefully that'll happen. But if they ever do see this video, shout out to you guys.
Very nice. That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Oh God, it's so long, man. I just I feel like we can continue going on.
Dude, we can go on for hours.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So you got some more content coming out anytime soon?
I just post on whatever I work out on. I do workouts, like, and it's funny because people are like, you record in the gym? I'm like, yeah, like, don't you feel weird? People are like, I'm like, who cares?
Yes,
like, why do you care? Even if you're big, does not matter. Record yourself, because you'll see your progress. I don't record it just to be like, oh, I'm the shit, you know. I'm like, oh, I work out. I do it because I want to see my progress, but also want to see technique.
Yeah.
Make sure I do it right. Yeah. And also do it to share with other people that, man, maybe that one video helped them out.
And you can look back too.
And look back into it. Man, look at everything I went through.
Yeah.
It's like a documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
But with clips.
Exactly.
Yeah. So don't ever feel ashamed to record your workouts. Don't worry about what others look. If they look at you, let them look at you. Look at them back. Be like, what, motherfucker? Like, you want to fight or what? Like, don't care. Don't worry about it. If you can do that, anything is possible. Like, if you stop worrying about what others think, you'll be fine.
That's a main key that you've been saying throughout this whole podcast.
It is, dude. Because I was always worried about what others think about me all the time. Yeah. And I was not worried about myself. So that's the main things. Worry about yourself. Don't care what others think. Who gives a shit what to say about you? Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Jose Vela, ladies and gentlemen.
He's so hot. I'm kidding.
We actually have a sound on there, don't we? Let me see. That's not it.
Anyways.
It's not that one. You heard it?
I heard a little bit of it, yeah.
That's like a sprinkle.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
We have another one. I think the other one is no, let's see another one. There's one that's like
it's combined.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey man, thanks you so much, brother.
Good seeing you, man.
It's fucking a pleasure. And I hope we do this soon again. And hey, man, if you do drink, I don't really drink, but hey, man, whenever you have a beer night, let me know.
We'll see.
I would like to share a beer.
Yeah.